Here's what we know about that 28-point peace plan confirmed exclusively to the Post last night to end the war between Russia and Ukraine. This is the most detailed picture yet of how the Trump administration thinks it can help end the incursion that began in February of 2022. The broad strokes of what's in the deal include territorial freezes, caps on the number of troops, economic reintegration for Moscow, and a peace council that will be chaired by President Trump. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff constructed the plan after weeks of meetings with Russian and Ukrainian officials. A U.S. official told the Post that one of those Ukrainian officials, who was one of the most senior members of President Zelensky's administration, quote, agreed to the majority of this plan, and he made several modifications to it. That said, neither Moscow nor Kyiv had commented publicly on the plan as of Thursday night. A former Republican aide in New Jersey is being accused of perpetrating a really bizarre political hoax. Seriously, this is a weird one. The aide, who had worked for Congressman Jeff Van Drew, allegedly had a fetish artist, I guess that's a thing, mutilate her body using a scalpel, then had an accomplice write the words "Trump whore" on her stomach, and then claimed she had been attacked. Federal prosecutors aren't calling that whole peculiar ordeal an attack at all, but instead a staged political stunt. 26-year-old Natalie Green was arrested this week and charged with masterminding the bogus attack in a Jersey Shore nature reserve back in July. Green claimed 3 gun-wielding men approached her and a friend on a trail at about 10:30 at night. She said they threatened to shoot her and then struck her in the head. Her attackers hogtied her with black zip ties and held her down while slashing her face and body, before adding the message about the president because of her job, or at least that's the tall tale she allegedly told investigators. Now, Green is a law student at Rutgers University and, like I mentioned, previously worked for Van Drew. She now faces up to a decade behind bars if she's found guilty. President Trump lashed out at 6 Democratic lawmakers who made a video aimed at the U.S. military that said, well, listen.
The threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
but from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law or our Constitution.
The president, if you couldn't guess, wasn't happy, and he didn't hide it. He posted on Truth Social in part, each one of these traitors to our country should be arrested and put on trial. Now, the Dems in the video are Senators Alyssa Slotkin of Michigan and Mark Kelly of Arizona, alongside Representatives Chris DeLucio and Chrissy Houlihan of Pennsylvania, Maggie Goodlander of New Hampshire, and Jason Crow of Colorado. All 6 of them have military or national security backgrounds. Something that the president also said in that Truth Social rant led to a tense exchange with White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. The president truthed these words, quote, seditious behavior punishable by death. And Leavitt was asked if the president was calling for the execution of members of Congress. She said no, but added this.
To suggest and encourage that active duty service members defy the chain of command is a very dangerous thing for sitting members of Congress to do. And they should be held accountable. And that's what the president wants to see.
For more on this story and everything else you could possibly want to know, check out the New York Post in print or online. And don't forget, like and subscribe to the New York POSTcast wherever you get your podcasts, and on YouTube. You'll be glad you did.